Whoa! It's YouTube. Who'd have thought I'd be on YouTube? I guess I would have. I created the fucking account, right? So I just wanted to do this video for a couple reasons, and it might be a bit choppy, so I apologize for my lack of knowledge in video blogging. I'll work on that. We'll use Google because Google knows everything, right? During the process of this video, I'm gonna probably be pretty sporadic and kind of blunt, and I will most likely offend everybody. So that's cool. I mean, I like offending people, so it's kind of a pastime. I don't know. I'm really not trying to troll you going into this. I'm exhausted though. You know, I am so fucking tired of just being surrounded in whole by people who don't give a fuck, you know. Like, it's really weird. It's hard for me to understand why it's so okay in our society for people to die, and by die I mean death is a natural thing. It's not something we should have to fear, you know. We should go into death knowing that we've led the best life that we could lead, you know, and that's on each individual at the end of their lives, you know. And by the end of their lives, I mean after they've lived a long life, after they've had children, or maybe they don't want children, maybe it's after they've had many years of adventures and escapades. But the death that I'm talking about is drug overdosing and suicide and mental illness, and just the general way we handle that as a people. I'm hoping this is recording, you know. I don't even know if it's going to record this, but it's exhausting. Since 7th grade, I've been watching. Maybe probably before then. You know, I know there were kids that were doing drugs in 6th grade in my high school, in my middle school. I don't know. There are probably kids doing it younger than that. You know, I don't want to out anybody, so I won't say names, but one person comes to mind that I would bet he was doing it in 4th and 5th grade. And me, myself, I don't think I ever touched anything drug-wise till I was like 19. So, and even then I was only smoking pot. I mean, it took a long time for that because I was on medications that were for other things. But I guess I just want to know why people feel that just being passive is okay on this subject. You know, we have people who are like, well, if they want help, they're going to ask you for help. You know, you can't help those who don't want to help themselves. And it's just really frustrating because that's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard. You know, sometimes, like life is so fucking precious. And we have, as far as we know, one go at it. You know, it's just mind-boggling that we live in such a complacent and crude and selfish society. I'm kind of an asshole, and anybody who truly knows me is going to say this. I think there's a kid that I always forget his name. No, I don't forget his name. He's a fucking douchebag. His name's Ruben. Ruben is probably a brown belt now in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Very good at jits, but he's a troll on the internet. He'll tell you I'm a douchebag. But genuinely, that's because I care. And if I tell you something, it's not because I want to waste your time or that I want to waste my time. It's because it's something I feel is necessary and needs to be brought to the surface. So, you know, we're always putting these people in jail. We find that a solution. You know, like lock them up, treat them as criminals, and it's crazy. They didn't do anything really wrong besides hurt themselves. And the fiends are the victims. The ones being led astray that are mentally ill by ill-practicing psychologists, psychiatrists, the ones prescribing the wrong drugs. Those people also need to be held accountable as dealers. I mean, just because you can write on a script and say, you need to take this, doesn't mean you shouldn't be held accountable for giving out a narcotic or a drug that hurts somebody. If you, in your knowledge of medicine, if you're practicing, you need to be held accountable. And I think there's a lot of protection in that realm too. I mean, because you could call that involuntary overdosing. I mean, you're going to call it being prescribed medications by a medical practitioner, and I'm going to call it involuntary overdosing, because you know, you go in there for help and you end up just getting like a going through the mental health system is like walking up to the meat counter at the fucking market at like Tops or Triggs or whatever county market, whatever market you go to for meat. It's like that. You go there, you're like, all right, let me take B52. All right, let me get in line. And it's inappropriate. I mean, if countries like Portugal, I mean, in the last, I think it's 12 years now, 12 or 13. When I read it, it was 11. But Portugal hasn't been locking people up for drugs or mental illness. They treat them as patients. They treat them as victims, and it's working. It's working. It's working beautifully, and it's you know, they've had a drop in almost every statistic of crime. It's insane. It makes me shake, man. Like I'm fucking trembling talking about this. It's so it's so personal, and I just don't know how else to bring attention to it. And so I'm coming to you, the internet, to talk to me about this. Let's do something about this. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna do something. Maybe I'll put a mask on and wear a cape. No, we can't wear capes. If anybody's seen The Incredibles, you can't wear a cape. Capes don't work out. And not unless you're Superman, who somehow avoids the sexual genderification stereotype of super in a cape. So just saying, Superman, somehow you have avoided that stereotype for a long time. Why is Batman in a cape? He doesn't even fall. I don't understand. It's just for like looks. Anyway, I just want to figure out how we solve this, and it's not something that I can do alone. I need help. I need all of you. I need any and every opinion. And I know, you know, some people are gonna comment and they're like, fucking shoot them or blah blah blah, or you're gonna have something smart to say. You're gonna troll-tastic the shit out of the bottom chat forum, you know, and go nuts. I'm gonna read every one of your comments, and I'll probably respond to it. I crave attention. I do, and I'm incredibly advanced with my vocabulary. I've been in sales and retail and customer service my whole life. I have a fairly good understanding of people, and with that said, I just want to adjust this camera first, but I get the understanding in my experiences that most of you want to ignore the problem, and you can't bury the problem, which is what all of you try to do every single time someone you know overdoses, every time someone you know kills themselves, every time somebody you know slips through the cracks. You hope that with them slips all of the problems. You hope that it goes away, and you hope that you know, it solves everything, and it's not going to solve shit. Ignoring the problem and just putting layers of dirt on it, or hiding it in a crevice, or putting it in a drawer, wherever you're doing it. Maybe you're stuffing it up somebody's ass. I don't know, but it's not working. It hasn't worked. It's not working. It's a broken, and we need to do something. So what do we do? Well, I have a commercial coming on my Pandora channel. It's exciting. I should probably pay to get free music, or I should probably get a video stream of music for the background now. I'm new to this. It'll get better as we go. I think I have my stairwell in there. I was gonna hide like a little like mannequin over there in the shade, so it was like creeping like in the dark. Or John. I was gonna hide John. Up there. See, I'm not used to camera. I'm new to this. But what I was thinking is, man, this is crazy. I'm gonna say something. Let's target the people that are killing our friends. The police won't. The government won't go after them. They're small. They're not worried, you know. I think we as a people forget that in a lot of the areas that we live, we have citizens arrest. We have the ability to intervene. And we as a people have turned a blind eye for many, many years. We often hear phrases like carpe diem or be the change you want to see. Or in the Bible, one of my favorite phrases that we use as a thing at the gym is iron sharpens iron. You know, like you want to be smart, you hang out with smart people. If you want to be a crackhead, you hang out with crackheads. It's pretty straightforward. And let's take back. Let's take back. Listen to me when I say this. Let's take back what's ours. Let's take back our friends. Let's take back our families. Let's take back everybody. Let's make a go. You know, let's do this. I'm with you. I will help you. I will walk this path with you. Will you walk it with me? I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and I'm not saying that people aren't going to get hurt in the process, and I'm not saying that things aren't going to seem a little crazy in the eyes of all the people who are claiming to be normal, who work the 9 to 5, who have never had a family member kill themselves, or have never had anybody OD. It's so hard for me to openly talk about this because I have in person seen it happen. I've watched it go down. I have somebody who, and this is the first time in my entire life that I will speak of this publicly. And I don't know if this is even recording. So I've been in 30 boys' homes. I've been in mental health care with practitioners. I've lived in the hood. I've lived in rough rural areas. I have friends who fight the struggle every day. I myself fought a little bit of addiction. And it's a daily struggle, you know. It's not something that ever stops. I have siblings that are addicted to drugs and are fighting that battle every day, and I love them very much. They can call me anytime. I love you boys and girls. This isn't going to be easy. If you decide to come on board and you decide to do whatever, you know, just understand there could possibly be consequences. But I believe truly in my heart that the rewards are going to be bountiful. And I believe that we need to, as a people, strike back. Simply put, you need to put your metaphorical balls or your physical balls, regardless of your plumbing, you need to pull them out and you need to put them on the table sometimes. It's hard because we look at the now. We look at where we're at. You know, people are very complacent. And maybe this isn't an adventure for you. Maybe this isn't what we should have you do. Maybe there's some other side of this that you can help with. There's going to be social media side to it. There's going to be a lot of videos. I'm sure if this takes off and we follow a concise way of handling things, like we get a committee of people, we get 8 to 12 people, say from different sides of the country, different demographics, whether it be race, religion, neighborhood, maybe it's your economic situation, maybe you're poorer than others. I've been there too. I've lived off of $6,000 a year. It's crazy. I've lived off of, let's do the quick math here. I'll pull up a calculator. I just want to give an idea. I don't want you to think like I'm like bullshitting you at all. Like I have lived off of, let's time it up by 12, around $8,500 a year is what I've been So not 6,000, but about 8,500. Yeah, $2,500. Woo, big difference. But I got a couple more packets of ramen out of that than the rest. We need to do something, guys and gals, because otherwise the circle will continue to repeat itself. This isn't a situation that will solve its own conundrum. This is not going away. And so there's going to be a lot of ways, like I said, that different people can help. You know, there's an old adage on the internet. You're not supposed to talk about certain things. You know, you're not. And someone out there who probably crosses this video will see this. I have never met a more affectionate people, a more involved people, people who care more than the internet. I have never met a group of people who will go so intense over the most ridiculous things. Like, and I'm not saying they're ridiculous because everybody, that was the wrong word. The most, no, I meant ridiculous. I just love it. You know, I lived on a dorm floor full of nerds and computer geeks and dorks and the whole spectrum of nerddom. You know, I've played D&D, I've played Magic, I've seen what Yu-Gi-Oh can attract, I've seen what Magic the Gathering can attract. I mean, look behind me. My kitchen is littered with Power Ranger stuff. I really believe that deep inside everybody is their own little hero, you know. And like, I'll ride my bike down the road, and sometimes I just feel like shouting "Carpe diem," you know, because every day I get up, every day I decide to roll out of bed, every day that I'm like shaking, telling you guys this. I don't know if this is. I hope this is being recorded. This is recording. It's hard, man. I fight every day. And so I understand. I get it. But we cannot give up. We must fight. I'm out of flute. Or is this a quarter? No, we really have to fight. And there are many different ways to fight. I'm not asking you to be my army. I'll be my own army. You know, I'm gonna do some things here. I'm gonna share some stuff with you and see how it works. If you have some ideas to contribute that can be done like city-wise, like pulling these scumbags out, drawing them out. I have a really good idea. I've kind of got it written down, a plan on how to figure out who's doing what. I can share that with you if you're really interested. But I'm done waiting. Basically, I'm done waiting for you guys, and this is for those with badges and cool lights on their cars. I respect the fuck out of you guys and gals. I absolutely respect the police department, the police force, the fire department, the ambulances, the first responders. You guys have my love, my admiration, and my respect. But you have to understand that I know that you are governed by bureaucracy. I am not governed by bureaucracy. I am not governed by the rules that you are. You know, you are employed by a governmental agency, and while if anybody wants, they can take legal action by paying $100 to start with and taking the civil court, or they can employ a lawyer. However, I just want you to know I respect you guys. I do. Don't get me wrong. Y'all have douchebags in your industry, but you're not all bad. But I'm done waiting. I'm gonna follow, find, harass, stalk, draw out, troll these people who are selling liquid death, hard death, we're killing my friends. I'm going to reach out to the ones that don't have anybody to reach out to. I'm going to do shit, and it has to start. I don't know what to call this. I don't know what to do. You know, all I know is that something has to be done, because the rate of overdoses from 2000 to 2000, I can't find a lot from 14 and 15, but I found a lot from 13. I think, I'm not sure, to be honest. But the increase in suicide or heroin deaths from 2000 to 2013 is fucking catastrophic. It's fucking insane. I mean, just Google the fucking numbers. Like, how the fuck can we be so blind, selfish, ignorant? I don't know. You know, I don't. I just don't have that answer. And it how did these people have nobody who loved them? You know, like, I love you. I love you. You're my brother or sister. We share this planet together, you know? You might be black or tan or brown or maybe you're beige. I don't know. Or maybe you got a skin, you know, transplant and you're going from one color to the next. But I love you. Someone loves you. You're important. You're really important, and you need to remember that. And you need to know that you can click. I don't know where it is. It's over there. It's over there. Maybe it's down there. I think it's down here because we're on YouTube, so it's down. Boop, that way. You can click the add friend button, and I won't fucking deny you. I will add you, and we can talk for hours. We could just talk. You know, we just be like, what's up? You know, I will help you. I know what it takes. You know, and you get those people. You call them like those hotlines. You're like, hey, and they're like, no, don't do it. You know, I don't know if those people know, but at least they care, right? All right, I'm going to test this out. I'm going to hit the stop broadcasting button, which is actually located on my screen. And I'm going to see if it saves. I'm going to share this. And it's really hard for me to share this. I know you're all saying, you know, Jeff's a pretty outward guy. He's pretty open. He's extroverted. You know what I'm saying. But I just want you to know, wow, I carry myself in a manner of everything isn't always how you see it. You know, what you see isn't always what you should believe. That's what I'm saying. And so I'm not saying I'm lying to anybody. I'm just saying, like, I'm not always who I see. I'm not always happy. You know, I have hard days all the time. And so you're not alone. All right. So let's talk about making some change. Let's talk about how we fix this in the comment section down low. And I'll try to figure out how to make cool things, like so when I snap my fingers, goes, the screen breaks up, or maybe I have a cool intro. I don't know. Like zombie Care Bears or something. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, I love you all. Be well.